Hello student, today I will be teaching you chapter 10, India and its physical divisions. As we know that India is a large country with its physical feature or diverse physical features. There we find dense forests, mountains covered with snow, plateaus, thick forests and fertile plains. Okay, so all of you open page number 89. We will study about the northern mountains. But before starting the northern mountains, I would like to introduce this chapter. Okay, so see in your book. We all know that India is a country of diverse physical features. Okay, the mighty Himalayas lie in the northern part of India. Okay, if you see in the map of India, on the top side, north, and there you find Himalaya. Okay, they are one of the highest mountain ranges in the world. Next important ranges in India are the Araulis, the Vindhyas, the Satpuras, the Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats. India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. These countries form together a subcontinent. Okay, that is known as Indian subcontinent. Now, the question is, what is a subcontinent? A subcontinent is a large mass of land that forms part of a larger continent. The Indian subcontinent is a peninsula surrounded by water from three sides: the Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean. Okay, in the previous chapter, I had taught to you with the help of India, with the map of India, the peninsular part of India. Okay, so first we will study about the northern mountains. Okay, due to the height of the northern mountains, width and direction, these mountains intersect the summer monsoon winds coming from the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea and cause precipitation in the form of rain and snow. So, the northern mountains help in bringing rains in our country. In the absence of these mountains, a major part of the Indian subcontinent would have been a hot and dry desert. Okay, because of these northern mountains, only the northern plains are fertile and they produce a lot of grain to feed the whole country. Now, we will know where these mountain ranges are located. Okay. The Karakoram range is located along the northern boundary of India. See in the given map, on the top side, it's northern area of India. Okay. The south of the Karakoram range, Jaskar and the Ladakh ranges lie to the south of the Karakoram range. The Himalayas extend along the northern border of India. Okay, so in this way, Himalaya protects us from other country, from Nepal, in the form of a great arc made up of parallel mountain ranges. These parallel ranges are Greater Himalayas, also known as Himadri, lesser Himalayas known as Himachal, and outer Himalayas known as Shivalik. The Purvanchal range lie along the eastern boundary of our country. Okay, so we know today, or we learned today, about the location of these mountains. Our next topic is the Great Northern Plains. Okay, as we come to the foothills of Himalaya, we find the Great Northern Plains. The Northern Plains extend a distance about 2,400 kilometers. Okay, its distance is about 2,400 kilometers. These plains are also called the Indo-Gangetic Plains. Why these plains called Indo-Gangetic Plains? Rivers which originate from the Himalayas carry large quantities of sediments. As the rivers enter the plains, these sediments get deposited, get collected in the plains. As a result, the northern plains get covered with thick, fertile soil. Okay, it's known as Gangetic Plains because Ganga is the main river making fertile the northern plains. Okay, every year it deposits with the help of other rivers fertile sediments or soil there to make it fertile. Due to favorable climate and adequate water supply, this region has also been the birthplace of one of the most ancient civilizations. Adequate means sufficient in large amount in the world. The Indus Valley civilization. Here, a civilization flourished many years ago or many hundred years ago. That civilization is known as the Indus Valley civilization, the world famous civilization. Okay. So, today we learned about the diverse physical features of our country. High snow-covered mountains, thick forests, plateaus, fertile plains, and the northern mountains. And what is the importance of these mountains? How are they helpful? Okay. And the Great Northern Plains. How the Great Northern Plains is helpful for growing a large amount of grains for the whole country. Okay, students, so today's homework is to revise these topics carefully and listen the video. Thank you.